All Blacks have always been a symbol of dominance, a team that represents the heart and pride of New Zealand. But in 2024, something fell off. Scott Robertson, the man many hailed as the saviour, left fans bewildered and disheartened. Now, heading into 2025, there's a chance for redemption. A chance for Robinson to redefine the legacy of the All Blacks. Not just for the season, but for the future of New Zealand rugby. Time is running out. The rugby world is watching. Will Robinson rise to the challenge, or will 2025 be remembered as the year the All Blacks lost their way for good? Let's break it down. When Scott Robertson was announced as the head coach of the All Blacks, fans across New Zealand were ecstatic. After years of waiting for his coaching genius to take the reins, many believed he would usher in a new golden era for the team. But as 2024 unfolded, those expectations turned into confusion and disappointment. The All Blacks looked disjointed. Their performances lacked the usual flair and cohesion, and decisions from the coaching box left fans scratching their heads. For a man who had years to prepare for this moment, Robinson appeared slightly unprepared. The departure of a longtime friend and assistant coach just weeks into the season only fueled the narrative that things weren't going according to plan. Fans who waited so long for Robinson's ascension were left wondering, was this really the saviour we were promised? Coaching the All Blacks is not just another job. It's a national responsibility. For decades, this team has been a symbol of pride and excellence for New Zealand. Legends like Graham Henry and Steve Hansen have set the bar high, not only with their tactical acumen, but also with the ability to inspire players and fans alike. Robinson's first year, however, felt like a misstep. Selections were puzzling, the game plan was over-complex, and his media appearances seemed rehearsed rather than genuine. The authenticity that endeared him to fans during the Crusaders' tenure felt absent. But perhaps the most glaring issue was the lack of ownership. For a team to succeed, especially at the highest level, the coach must leave an unmistakable mark. In 2024, it often felt like the All Blacks were adrift, without a clear identity or direction. One thing that set Graham Henry and Steve Hansen apart was their ability to lead from the front. While rugby is a collaborative sport, there was never really any doubt that these men were in charge. They had a knack for connecting with public, speaking in plain terms, and earning the trust of their players. Steve Hansen in particular was a master of communication. He didn't use buzzwords or convoluted jargon just to justify his performances. Instead, he spoke to fans as equals, acknowledging shortcomings while outlining a path forward. This transparency and accountability are what Robinson must emulate. The fans aren't just asking for perfection, they're asking for honesty and leadership. During his time with the Crusaders, Robinson built a dynasty. His teams were ruthlessly efficient, mentally tough, and played with a clear sense of purpose. More importantly, they reflected his values: pride in the jersey, commitment to excellence, and a genuine connection with the community. So why hasn't this translated to the All Blacks yet? Part of the issue may be that Robinson is trying too hard to fit the mould of the All Blacks head coach, rather than simply being himself. The quirky, charismatic personality that fans fell in love with has been replaced by someone who seems hesitant and unsure. If there's one lesson from the Crusaders' success, it's this: be authentic, be unapologetically Scott Robinson. 2025 is a pivotal year for Scott Robinson and the All Blacks. If he wants to turn things around, here are the key areas he must address. Number 1, take ownership of the team. The All Blacks need a leader who takes full responsibility, whether it's selections, tactics, or results. Robinson must own every decision. Fans respect honesty, even when things go wrong. Number 2, simplify the game plan. The All Blacks' greatest strength has always been the ability to play instinctively, free-flowing rugby. Overcomplicating tactics stifles this creativity. Robinson needs to trust his players and focus on a style that emphasises their natural strengths. Number 3, make bold decisions. Loyalty is admirable, but it can't come at the expense of performance. Established stars should not be guaranteed a starting spot if they're not delivering. Robinson must prioritise form over reputation. And number 4, communicate with authenticity. The New Zealand public wants to believe in Robinson, but he needs to meet them halfway. Clear, honest communication will go a long way in rebuilding trust and support. One of the most talked about moments of Robinson's first season was his decision to leave Ethan de Groot out of the squad. While the specifics remain unclear, the message was loud and clear: standards matter. This was a glimpse of the kind of leadership fans had been hoping for. Tough decisions, even when unpopular, are sometimes necessary for the greater good. Robinson needs more of this in 2025. The stakes couldn't be higher for Scott Robertson. The All Blacks are not just a rugby team, they're a national institution. Failure to deliver in 2025 would only tarnish his legacy, but also risk further alienating a fan base that's already fairly disillusioned. With great pressure comes great opportunity. If Robertson can rise to the challenge, he has the chance to solidify his place among the greats of New Zealand rugby history. Success in 2025 doesn't necessarily mean winning every game. It's about restoring pride in the All Blacks jersey, playing with a clear identity and reconnecting with fans. If Robertson can achieve these things, the results will flow. The talent is there, the potential is immense. All that's missing is a leader who can bring it all together. Scott, you've waited your whole career for this moment. You've proven yourself at the domestic level. Now it's time to do the same on the biggest stage of all. Be bold, be authentic, be the leader the All Blacks and New Zealand need you to be. Scott Robertson has always been a coach with immense potential. His success with the Crusaders showed us what he's capable of. Now, it's time for him to bring that same energy, passion and clarity to the All Blacks. The stakes couldn't be higher, but the rewards couldn't be greater. This is the year for Robertson to own it all and remind the world why New Zealand rugby is the best there is. Ever wanted to create your own Rugby Highlights channel just like this one? With my course, the YouTube Creator Toolkit, I show you exactly how I do it, from the tools I use to the templates I built. You get everything. Just copy, paste and start creating. Learn how to grow your channel, keep viewers hooked, and turn views into income. Click the link in the description below to learn more and start your channel today. Now back to the video. What do you think? Can Scott Robertson turn things around in 2025 and lead the All Blacks back to glory? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're as passionate about rugby as we are, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next update. Let's keep the conversation going. Thanks guys. See you next time. Peace.